episode of the Minecraft Advent Calendar. This is day 8. And I probably don't have time today to do anything else either. It's not like I have anything lined up, admittedly, but it's just been a busy weekend. I had to record bingo and stuff, you know. It's just the way it goes sometimes. We'll get something else done here. I wanted to fix this too. I forgot. Silk touch. Where can we grab some stone without it missing? After this seems fine. There we go. Good as new. Day 8. Let's look what the puzzle is for today. Bacteria. That's not very Christmassy. A scientist puts bacteria in a petri dish at exactly noon. Every minute the bacteria divides into 2 and doubles in size. At exactly 1 p.m. petri dish is 4. At what time was the dish half 4? Well, every minute the bacteria divides into 2 and doubles in size. So if it's 4, it was half 4 before the last, double up. So if at 1 p.m. it's 4 and every minute it doubles, then 1 minute before 1 p.m. should be the time. It was half 4. It's too easy. But it's not, don't get me wrong, it's not criticism. It is sort of, I guess, but it's, I'm still very grateful to have these things that are. But now what do I do? This would be a perfect one to put at the end of something else, but I don't have an end of anything else. And I don't think I got any questions yet. I haven't really very, aggressively asked for questions this time around. Not unlike last year where I did. So I guess that makes sense, but I don't really have anything to just ramble on about either. What could I tell you guys? I don't know. It looks like there's a block missing there. Oh, it's because the shulker box doesn't render from afar, because it's a block entity thing, probably. Is that it? That must be the reason, right? So if you get closer, this should fill in, or can you remove the shulker box? One of those has to be the truth. That's a creep idea. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it's there. Okay. All right. So where was the solution for day 8? I do know them all, in theory. I found them all, I think. Or almost all. Maybe there's one missing still. Day. Bacteria doubles every minute, then 1 minute earlier the dish must have been half 4. The dish was half 4 at 12:59. Yes! Got it right. We're amazing. So that's that. What else do we do? I don't know. I guess let's just talk. Let's just ramble for a bit, right? A couple of minutes, maybe 5 minutes or something. We'll come up with something to talk about, I'm sure. So Advent calendars. I know they're mostly like Advent itself. I think it's mostly like a, Austrian, German thing. And then countries close by, sort of, probably as well. And then like the Advent calendar is like a thing you can buy, and there's like chocolates or something in it, one for every day. That definitely spread a little bit farther than Advent as like a thing. That's something I discovered. When was that? 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago when I did the poems and stuff. There aren't really any Advent poems that aren't German. Well, that's not true. There are no English Advent poems. That's more true. There probably are, like, I don't know. I don't speak any other languages though, so like a Czech or whatever poem doesn't do me any good unless it's translated. And I couldn't find any of those either, so there might not be many. So the idea of like the waiting period before Christmas and the, I don't know, Advent, the arrival of whatever. It's, it's not a universal thing. I mean, of course not. It's a religious thing, but even within like the Christian world, it's not something that's like everywhere. Anyway, so I was wondering who here actually has an Advent calendar other than like this one, the Minecraft Advent Calendar, because I do have a Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar. I know those are Sword or the World, but they are also, I think they start selling them in August or something, which is just insane, like insane. Anyway, because I think they have like there might be like 3 different Lego Star Wars, not Star Wars, 3 different Lego Advent Calendars. There's a Star Wars one. There's usually like a city one. It's just like, you know, the Star Wars one is obviously Star Wars themed, and the city one is just like normal stuff, whatever that means. Like normal people, no fictional characters, no spaceships, no, you know, stormtroopers with blasters and stuff. And I think there's like a Lego Friends or whatever that is called, 1, 2, which is like the geared towards girls style of Lego stuff with the more detailed like minifigures and all the, yeah. Like, it's not, you know, this is not me saying that, but it's like girl themed stuff, basically. And I disagree with that in principle, in a way, but I also think it's like it's one of those weird things where, you know, everyone should play, in my opinion, kids should play with whatever they want to play with. And I don't really know if it's necessary to have like specifically like stuff with like Lego, which is, you know, you can just build whatever you want. And a lot of the sets, you know, the city sets like firefighters and police and stuff like that, and houses and all of that, that's not like gendered stuff anyway. And I, you know, I disagree with the idea that Star Wars or like, I don't know, like Lord of the Rings or whatever else kind of Lego stuff, or, you know, all of that stuff. I disagree with the idea that that is, you know, for boys and this is, you know, for girls or whatever. But then I guess if there's a market for that, then I guess you can't really blame the company for providing, you know, the products. But I don't know. It's one of those weird things where I don't know if it's necessary to have gendered Lego, basically. But yeah, I mean, that's more about the marketing, I think. Like, it's fine to have sets that are like, this is just a weird topic. Why did I bring myself into this weird spot? But yeah, I hope you don't, I hope this is not like, I hope I'm not misunderstood here. Like, I don't have a problem with it existing in principle, but it's just odd to me that there are, like, marketing-wise, that they just spread that up so much, but I don't know. But then again, like, my niece likes everything that's pink and has unicorns and stuff, so she's very much into all that super girly stuff. But I always wonder if that's because she really likes all that stuff, or because, you know, that's like heavily marketed to her. And if that wasn't the case, if things were marketed in a more neutral way, if there would be, you know, more boys playing with, you know, things that now they, you know, they don't play with because it's very heavily marketed towards girls and the other way around. But I don't know if that's like a thing that's true. I don't know. I just feel like we as a society could maybe ease up a bit on those, you know, gender roles and all of that, because just let people, you know, be who they are or something. I don't know. Anyway, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, does anyone have any advent calendars? I've been very interested in whiskey advent calendars too, but I've never gone through with buying one. I don't know if it's really worth it. And it does seem like a lot to have, like to do it right. Well, I mean, you can do whatever you want, but to do it right, you'd have to have like one every day. And it's not like those are huge. Like, you don't have to have a huge drink every day or whatever, but it still seems a little much, maybe. But like the idea of it, to have like samples, small samples of, you know, maybe more expensive bottlings and stuff for a reasonable price, but they're also still pretty pricey anyway. So that's one of the reasons why I never got one. And I mean, there are lots of different ones now. I think I've seen the beer one. That definitely. Oh, I've seen one with like literature, short stories. That also seems very interesting. You read a short story every day, and that's one that you could combine very well, probably, with the whiskey one. So get the short story one and the whiskey one, and then every day in the evening just sit down and read the short story and sip some scotch or whatever else whiskey, whatever other whiskey there could be in the advent calendar. That sounds like a nice way to spend, you know, 24 days. To me. Anyway. So that is that. Yeah, let me know about Avid Grandes. Let me know about whatever. Ask some questions if you have any. I'm willing to talk about, well, not anything. There's definitely stuff I'm not going to talk about. Personal stuff and just also like very incendiary topics. Even though I might still talk about those, honestly. But it's probably not the best topic to talk about. Anyway, that's it for today, I think, right? I managed to ramble for 10 minutes without any, like, prompt or without any plan. I hate that cave sound. It's just really bad, if you ask me. I mean, that makes it probably a pretty good cave sound, right? There's so many caves we, like, blocked over here. Man. So definitely heard a creeper over there, too. Must have been on the ground, though. Anyway, so that's it for today. That's it for day 8. We're officially a third of the way through. 16 more days to go. That's insane. Hopefully there'll be another map to play, and hopefully I'll come up with something else too. I might try to do a stream to... I want to stream more than once this month still, but it's just a lot of recording and a lot of other stuff. Makes it kind of hard time management wise to free up enough time. But I'm trying. But yeah, one of the streams would be like a Hypixel Christmas themed minigame type of stream where everyone, not everyone, but all of you at least would be invited to play along if you desired to do so. And yeah, I think that's really it now. So I hope you've enjoyed this, even though it was very rambling and weird, and I've jumped around too much, and you always tell me to not jump around as much when I talk, but I can't not jump around while talking. That's just, it's like the two halves of my brain. One is talking and the other one just needs to move. Well, that's happening, so, can't help it. Anyway, I guess that's it now, for real. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.